So, this is what it would be like if NASCAR were to meet up with the Gundam universe. You know, this actually works if you really think about it. It's like Jeff Gordon if he had a mecha and could blow up bad guys. Hey guys, it's 101 R Smith, and I'm so happy to be back with all of you doing what I do best, reviews, and we are back today with the Master Grade Gundam F91 version 2.0. You know, when I heard about this kit last year at New Year's, I said to myself, why? From all accounts, the F91, the original Master Grade F91, was one of the best Master Grades to ever come out with how well it pulled off an inner frame with no polycaps whatsoever. So to see this get a Master Grade 2.0 only about 12 years later, it's why? There are so many other kits that need a 2.0, and a kit that was actually pretty well off on its own gets a 2.0. You know, I couldn't complain too much because I figured I was bound to get the F91 sooner or later, so instead of putting off money into that, I just waited a couple months and now we have the 2.0. So, here we are with the 2.0 from F91, an OVA that is almost 30 years old and is one of the best, maybe not the best side story because I don't think it was pulled off very well due to the fact that this was meant to be a series to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Gundam, but instead, due to development issues with the series, it only got to 13 episodes, and Tomino decided to use the scripts to make a movie, and the movie wasn't pulled off very well, in my opinion, but the manga of it did, and due to this, we got Crossbone. So I guess it worked out in the end. So why don't we open this up and see what we have here? Going through the runners, and I gotta say that everything is brand new out of this kit. I just love the choice of blue in this kit. It's gonna stand out so much better than all the traditional Gundam kits out there. Everything else looks exceptional despite the fact that there's not a lot of runners, which might be a surprise to some people. One addition that I really like is they're giving you an action base, and the base of it is from the newer types that came out earlier in 2017. And they've actually included chrome pieces in this kit, which we don't really get to see a lot, and it looks like it's taking after the Hiraku Shiki, and we're getting two tones of yellow, so that should definitely spice up the build of this kit. And I also have to say that the light green pieces for the shields look phenomenal, as well as the beam saber. All built up, and now we have the Master Grade F91 Gundam version 2.0. And I'm going to say that this kit looks really good. It might surprise a few amounts of people when they first build this thing due to the size of the F91. They're thinking maybe because it's a UC Gundam, it should be pretty big, but this is during the time in the early 90s when Bandai was trying to save money on plastic. So they were designing decks from the ground up to be smaller to save money. And also it makes sense because technology is supposed to get smaller as they get better. Proportions look great, the two tones of yellow really work out, and the chrome pieces are a delight to have on this kit. So let's see all of the articulation that the new F91 Gundam has. Like always, we're going to start with the head. The head can go up and down, it has no problem going 360 degrees, and it has double jointed so it can do the chicken wobble with its head. The arms can go about that far and can go 360 degrees if you don't mind the rail guns in the back. I will note that a lot of the joints here, because there are no polycaps, are very stiff, so you might want to be a bit careful when you're doing some posing at first. You're going to get a great amount of chest movement going side to side and front to back. The arms can have a double jointed elbow, and something new that I haven't seen in a kit is that the forearms on both of them can go 360 degrees, so I've never seen that before. The hands are the Gundam wing type where you have to swap out the fingers, and they're very stiff. The side skirts and the front skirts can move, but the back is stationary. You're going to get a double jointed knee, but it's going to be a bit particular. You're not going to get all of it. Both parts of the feet, the front and the back, can tilt side to side. The top of the toes can't really go down, but you're going to get a lot of upward motion. So you are going to get a lot of great amount of maneuverability at this kit. I really love a lot of the articulation of the F91 Gundam. Just like with any other kit, the F91 is going to come with accessories, and I would say that the accessories are fairly standard for any Universal Century mobile suit, but they have a couple of fun twists with them. First, you're going to get your standard beam saber effect parts, and these are actually brand new. They're a little shorter than your traditional beam effect parts, but they work pretty well with the F91, and I love the lime green color. You're going to pull out the beam saber hilts from the right skirt, and you're going to be able to pull them out like that from there. Next up is the beam rifle, and again, nothing too fancy, but it's standard fare for any Gundam. You can have a lot of fun with it posing. Next, you are going to get the beam Pizookie, and this thing is a little complicated to hold on and to maneuver, but once you get the hang of it, you'll have it, and you can always mount it on the back of the back skirt. And now we got the big guns, the rail cannons, or I'm not going to even try to pronounce the name, but the rail cannons work really easily. They're connected on ball joints that flip out from the back to the front. They are pretty well engineered, though they are going to be a little bit difficult to put in the actual hands, but if you finagle it, have a lot of patience, they will serve you fine. Now we need to talk about the situation of head. You are going to get two heads in the F91 kit. You're going to get a head that can swap out faces, or you're going to get a transformable one here. And I will say that the transformation of the head is pretty good, even though it still kind of looks like Captain Gundam from SG Gundam Force. The nice bonus accessory here is the action base, and this is specifically designed for the F91 to house an LED unit that, as of right of this recording, is not available in America. You're going to be able to get it to pose, and it's going to look nice, even though waist and up, you're not going to have a lot of choices with how you turn the kit. But it's great to have an action base with your kit. So, when you're trying to figure out what you want to say about the finale of this review for this kit, I'm going to say that this is really good. And I mean that because everything that you want in a modern grade master grade is here. A lot of the articulation is great, the color separation is phenomenal. Again, I just love the blue choice that they went with this kit. The decals that are chosen for the F91 symbols work very well, and they were easy to attach on. My only small complaints are really structural. The front skirts fall off very easily due to the gimmick of being able to have the waist section move up. I just found that the waist just comes off too easily. Also, I will say that the gaps in the thighs, for somewhat reason, just can't close altogether no matter how hard I try to force them together. But with the front skirts together, they should be hidden pretty well. I would say that the F91 2.0, again, I can't understand the why, but I appreciate that it's here. It's a great standard kit, it looks great, and again, the chrome pieces that pop off in the backpack and the legs are greatly appreciated. I'm happy that Bandai is starting to not be as timid to use chrome pieces again. And overall, this is just a really good kit. And it's very affordable, which should only cost you about $45 USD. I'm happy to have this collection, and I'm just so happy to be back with you guys doing what I do best. This is 101 R. Smith, and I will see you later.